overcome social anxiety, and build confidence connecting with people. I help them to develop their natural strengths and also to build a positive lifestyle which enables them to thrive. I was watching a film on Netflix last night called Uglies, and it reminded me that so many people walk around life with this narrative that looks matter much more than they actually do. Social media, um, images that you see in society, they create this illusion that for guys, looks matter to a much greater extent than they do in reality. This means that lots of men walk around feeling unattractive, feeling like they're not good enough, um, because of these false narratives. So, firstly, do looks matter? Do they make a difference? Of course, they matter to a certain extent, but it's a very limited extent. In terms of finding a partner, I used to do dating coaching before becoming broader in my coaching. No woman has ever said, this man's got good looks, that could help with the hunting. Think about hunter-gatherer times. This is where we spend the majority of our evolution. And I have a PhD in human biology. So I did spend some time studying evolution. So we spent most of our time as humans living in this way. And modern society is a relatively recent construct relative to the millions and millions of years we spent as hunter-gatherers. So, focused on the topic of looks, what do women want to do? They want to propagate their DNA, their genes. But the difference between men and women is that women, they only have one shot, potentially. One shot at getting their genes through to the next generation. And this is because in hunter-gatherer times, childbirth was a massive risk of death. So sex and reproduction is a much bigger investment for a woman than it is for a man. So this means that women are wired to be a lot choosier. But all they want is to be able to get their genes through in such a way where it's not going to be a dead end. So that baby can grow into a healthy adult that can also reproduce. So what this means is that looks don't matter that much. Being a good hunter is what really matters. So many factors at play. Firstly, being fit and healthy. Being fit and healthy is going to make you a better hunter. So this will make you more attractive. Being ambitious, confident, determined, having that focused mindset. This is someone that's going to go out there and get food in order to look after the woman and the child as well. Someone who's trustworthy, who has great social skills, that's a massive asset as well. Of course, women want someone that's going to stick around and look after look after their offspring, their children or child. So this is why trust is really important. And this is why honesty is a great way to build a connection with a woman if you're a guy. True honesty, getting beyond the stories, not trying to convince anybody you're somebody that you're not, actually being real, being vulnerable, being yourself. So looks, they matter to a much lesser extent for us guys. If a guy is good looking, it's basically a novelty. And this is how women treat it. They treat it as a novelty. So a guy that looks good is more likely to get a positive initial reaction from women in general, is more likely to get a foot in the door because they think, well, this guy that looks good, he could be a really good hunter. He's rare, he stands out. It's possible he's going to be great. And there's also this thing called the halo effect, where someone that looks really good, they get treated a bit better, a more favorable reaction from people. But what's crazy is you can produce and create the same foot in the door effects, the same positivity by being a kind and open person. Someone that's genuinely trustworthy, someone that's open, someone who speaks with their emotions. So society, it creates this narrative that looks matter, and it creates the narrative as if it's the only thing that matters, when actually it really isn't of that much importance when it comes to finding a relationship. It's all about the connection. So one factor that's really important is women are looking for a good match. I'm going to give you an example which comes from a scientific study. So they gave a group of women t-shirts which were worn by different guys. And they asked them to pick their favorite t-shirts out, or their favorite men out from the t-shirts. So they would smell the t-shirts and choose their preference. And different women made different selections. And when they dug a little deeper, they found that that woman with that particular guy matched together, they would make a healthier child. And the reason is because they have more different immune systems. So the baby would be less likely to die of infectious diseases in early childhood. And this was a big thing in hunter-gatherer times. So women pick up on the pheromones, and one woman will like John, a different woman will like Mike, and a different woman will like Steve. So this is just one example. Pheromones and immune systems, a good immune system. So based on a whole variety of genetic factors, which women perceive through the senses, smells, looks, all these things, they're looking for a good genetic match. Aside from the good genetic match, it's all about your qualities as a man. Can you lead when it's important to lead? Are you brave enough to do that? Can you go for the kill when you have to and just not be a people pleaser in that moment? Just go for it and do what you need to do. Can you follow when it's important to follow? Can you maintain good relationships with people? do you keep on going no matter what? Basically, women don't want a model looking guy. They want a champion. That's what they want. And the great thing is, becoming a champion, this isn't easy, but it's something that anybody can strive for. No one's out of the game, so to speak, out of the loop. You wouldn't be here on this planet if there was something wrong with you and you wasn't good enough. Your genes made it this far, so genetically, there's nothing wrong with you. Why can't your genes be the best? They could be. So there's different types of humans out there, just like there's different breeds of dog. What this might mean is that you might not have realized what kind of person you are, and you might not be playing to your natural strengths in life. Maybe you're a really analytical person. You're great at solving problems, puzzles, and patterns, but you're in the wrong field. You're in an artistic and creative field. So you feel like you're not good enough. You feel like you can't compete with other people. But if you put yourself in a different paradigm, suddenly you're in a role where you're analyzing and making logical decisions. You'll be in your element and thriving. And I believe that everybody can thrive in life. I don't believe in hierarchies. I don't think there needs to be this system, this pyramid, where one person's on the top, has everything, and other people are slaves. I don't agree with hierarchies. I think that on a core level, we all have equal value. I'm not better than anybody else, and no one else is better than me at the same time. Of course, in one situation, someone can have higher value than somebody else. Situational value. So maybe someone has more experience and skills in a particular area. Amazing. That person can lead in that particular area and they have higher situational value. But you come out of that situation where it's you and them having a chat and a coffee in the park, you're now on equal terms. They're not above you as a person and you're not above or below them. It's just that they have more skills and experience in a specific area. I'm all about helping people find their natural strengths and to align themselves to that, develop these strengths so that they're actually thriving in life rather than trying to be something they're not, coming up short and ultimately feeling frustrated. Before being an entrepreneur and building my coaching business, as I mentioned earlier, I did a PhD in biology, human biology, and I was making drugs to reduce the risk of heart attacks. That was my project. I was able to get by working super hard, going above and beyond, not stopping, pushing myself to a crazy level. But I wasn't thriving. I got by. I had just enough data to pass my PhD. I could have wrote a paper if I wanted to. But that wasn't me thriving in life. That was me just living and getting by. If you pick an area of life that plays to your natural strengths, you're going to be a lot more confident. You're going to feel in your element. You don't want to be a fish out of water. So I'm all about helping people figure out what type of person they are, what strengths they have, and changing the way they do things so they're playing to these natural strengths. That's the reason why I coach. I'm a very, very good listener. I'm good at eye contacts. I have a calming presence. And what this means is that when people are speaking to me, they feel really open and connected. So I'm great at getting people to open up and get out what's bothering them. I also have my personal experience of overcoming crippling social anxiety as a teenager, having selective mutism, depression, being in a dark place. I've overcome those things. I also overcame my challenges finding dates, finding a girlfriend. That was a separate story relating to the social anxiety and lack of confidence. So looks don't matter for guys anywhere near as much as you might have been led to believe. It's a novelty. It's about your energy. That's what's important. How you're living life and your energy. If you're pursuing your purpose in life, you have a great lifestyle, so you're fit and healthy, you're going to socials, you're working on your confidence and facing fears, you're going to be a lot more attractive. Your behavior is going to attract people in. And because you're content, following your purpose and playing to your strengths, and you have this great lifestyle, you're not going to be projecting neediness and habits and behaviors that are going to repel people. So as cheesy as it sounds, the best advice is just to be yourself. And you can use me as an example. So I used to not be able to find a date no matter how hard I tried. I still had the same genetics. They've not changed. What's changed is that I'm fitter and healthier, more confident, and pursuing my purpose in life. That's what's changed. My energy's changed because of those things. There's a confidence there, a quiet confidence, there's better social skills. So my skill level and energy's changed, and my results have changed. In the past, I never noticed anybody giving me the eye, looking at me, showing interest. It just wasn't a thing that ever happened to me when I was younger. I wasn't popular when I was in school. I was an outcast. I was a loner with social anxiety, didn't know how to talk to people. So I never got the eye until I became confident, until I worked on myself, until I got myself into a good place. But because I know how to do this, I know that other people can do the same. There is hope. I'm not cut from a different cloth. If I can do it, you can do it as well. And it's not just me that has overcome, to a good extent, insecurities about looks. It's my clients. They've also done this. I've had several clients who were paranoid about wearing glasses, and this was affecting their self-esteem. They felt they were being judged. They didn't feel like they belonged. But with coaching conversations, seeing other people with glasses who are confident, thriving, they've been able to challenge that narrative and not worry about it so much where it affects their ability to enjoy the present moment. And in my case, It's about how you feel. That's what's important. You want to feel $1 million. And do I think looks are important? In the sense that you want to be presentable, but being presentable is really a communication as opposed to genetic looks. So if you're dressed smartly, you have good posture, you've had a haircut, you keep yourself, you shave, you're looking after yourself. The fact that you're able to look after yourself and keep on top of these things, that speaks volumes about your character, and it creates an impression. That's a good thing. That's nice. So being presentable, I do think that's important. What's also important though, and what I'm trying to achieve with this video, I don't want people to walk around feeling ugly and then sabotaging themselves in life because they feel this way. I used to feel ugly. I had jaundice in high school, so I had bright yellow skin, spots. My mum worked in the high school as well, on a separate note, which wasn't great. So with the yellow skin and spots, I did get bullied and picked on in high school. At the age, I didn't know how to stand up for myself. I've overcome these things now, but I used to feel really ugly. And over time, I started to get evidence that my looks don't even matter. My energy, that's what matters. And when I focused on becoming healthier, pursuing my purpose, being honest, connecting with people, I started to look better as I was getting healthier, more confident. So I started to look better anyway. And then I realized that I can enjoy my life and achieve all the goals that I set my mind to. And looks are, they're so insignificant. It's so non-relevant. But we can blow up the importance of our looks to the point where we don't feel happy if we go out and we look in the mirror and think, damn it, I have a bag under my eye. I have a spot. So the message is that think about hunter-gatherer times. What makes somebody a good hunter? If you're looking to feel more attractive, don't focus so much on looks as a guy. Focus on what would make you a better hunter, what would make you happier, and what would bring out the best in you. Focus on those things. Join a gym, eat healthy, get around uplifting people, work on your career, your business, work on your confidence and social skills, start genuinely connecting with people, putting yourself out there, work on your ability to lead as well as follow. If you do these things, you're going to put yourself in a different category where you'll feel attractive. And looks are just a minor part of this overall equation. So I think this pretty much wraps up the message that I'm getting across in this live stream. I watched the film Uglies on Netflix last night, which made me think about looks. And I know that a lot of people out there, a lot of guys, they walk around feeling ugly. And they have this perspective that it's all about looks. And this can crush somebody's confidence. It can make them feel that there isn't hope. But the reality is actually a lot nicer. The reality is that it's about becoming a champion, not becoming good looking. So don't worry about look so much. They matter to a limited extent. They're just a novelty. They're just a nice novelty. Become a good hunter and enjoy your life. If you're interested in private coaching, I offer the first one-to-one session free of charge so that you can try my coaching before deciding if you want to book yourself onto a coaching program. So email me if this interests you. My address is on the homepage of my YouTube channel and in the description below this stream. Also, feel free to email me if you want to come to one of my live events in Birmingham. These are for men and women who want to overcome social anxiety, build confidence, connecting with people, reduce fear, have some fun, make friends, and all these good things. Finally, if you want to subscribe to my channel to join in with future live streams and ask your questions, feel free to do so. I'm looking forward to tomorrow's coaching session. Then I'm coaching a long-term client, Liam, on Sunday. So I'm going to chill out for the rest of the day and make sure that I'm fresh and focused for the weekend sessions. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your day, evening, etc.